Let's get right to breaking news on the war with Iran. Two officials now tell ABC News some progress is being made in negotiations as President Trump's deadline for a deal or destruction is now just hours away. The president warning, quote, a whole civilization will die tonight if Iran doesn't agree to his demands, including fully reopening the Strait of Hormuz by 8 p.m. Eastern. Overseas, new video appears to show Iranian civilians forming human chains on bridges and the regime in Tehran urging young people to act as human shields. ABC's foreign correspondent Britt Clennett is in Doha with the latest. Britt, so far Iran doesn't seem deterred by President Trump's threats.
Yeah, it doesn't seem deterred at all, and it's still firing towards Israel and Gulf nations, including here in Qatar. We just had an alert here and heard about a dozen thuds of interceptions over the last 20 minutes or so. Also, the UAE is reporting it is actively engaging in shooting down missiles from Iran. And we also heard from the Iranian Foreign Affairs spokesperson who says a civilized country's logic will prevail over brute force. And in a statement on social media shared this afternoon, he said the power of a civilized nation's culture, logic and faith in its righteous cause will undoubtedly prevail over the logic of brute force. So certainly, you know, they're trying to take the higher ground here and say that there is no logic or reason and that they are the ones who are needlessly being attacked. He also shared it with the hashtag Iran will win. So Iran very much showing, giving a message of defiance and resilience against this.
And Britt, what's the latest with the ongoing strikes in the region?
Yeah, so the U.S. has carried out new strikes on military targets on Hug Island. That's Iran's key oil export terminal. Iranian state media, they also report that 2 people have been killed after a strike on a bridge in Khasan. That's hours after Israel warned Iranians not to take the trains for the sake of your security, they said. Now, Reuters is also reporting that Iranian media publishes warning to residents crossing a number of bridges and roads in Saudi Arabia, UAE, Bahrain, and people in Kuwait are now being told to avoid going out from midnight to 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. So the region taking it very seriously, these threats.
Now, are there any signs U.S. and Iranian allies might step up efforts to help broker a deal?
Look, I'm sure there's a lot of back-channeling here to try and calm the tensions down, and no one certainly in this region wants to see an escalation. There obviously has been an escalation in rhetoric. They don't want to see the attacks increasing. But we do know that the Prime Minister of Pakistan, Shehbaz Sharif, has called on Trump to extend his deadline for 2 weeks. He said to allow diplomacy to run its course. We even heard from the Pope, who said that threats directed at Iran's population are unacceptable. I think there is a general feeling among global leaders that Trump's comments warning that a whole civilization will die tonight were unfair and a cruel thing to say to a population that is coming under a lot of fire right now. He said that that's unless Iran reaches a deal on reopening the Strait of Hormuz, but there's no sign that Iran is willing to back down or respond to this kind of blackmailing right now. The U.S. president has added that something revolutionary, wonderful can happen before his deadline of 8 p.m. on Tuesday for Iran to reopen that key shipping channel. So perhaps that might be seen as a little opening there, but so far we're not seeing any clear end in sight to this escalation.